Hotspots magazine is celebrating 38 years. It has been documenting the LGBTQ plus lifestyle and is the spirit of our Hotspots queer entertainment this week, sponsored by the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. In the LGBTQ plus community, we always make jokes about size matters. Well, when it comes to Broward Center, size does matter. The Broward Center for the Performing Arts is the destination of choice for LGBTQ plus South Florida for spectacular entertainment in a large variety of performance venues. Broward Center ranks among the top 10 most visited theaters in the world, presenting more than 700 performances a year to more than 700,000 patrons. Broward Center is the home for LGBTQ plus entertainers, shows, Broadway, national drag performances, LGBTQ plus choral events, and so much more. And Broward Center supports one of the world's largest gay communities of Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, and all of South Florida. They support the LGBTQ plus community and are nonprofits unlike any theater in South Florida. We're excited to tell you in upcoming shows the rich 2023 quarter-one season that the Broward Center for the Performing Arts will bring to our LGBTQ plus community. Margaret Cho's coming. Woo! You know that surveys show that the LGBTQ plus community participates in live theater performances 2.5 times more often than our straight counterparts. You knew that. Everybody at this table knew that.
Yep.
And that's why they are the sponsor of Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week. HBO Max officially announced a reboot of its iconic Harry Potter series. HBO's Twitter post included a brief teaser trailer for the new television series, but the video didn't give much insight into what it may hold aside from the nostalgia for the original Harry Potter movie series. J.K. Rowling, author and creator of the original Harry Potter novels, will have a hand in the new series. The announcement is getting a mixed reaction from the fans, particularly on Rowling's involvement against the backdrop of her transphobia. In 2020, Rowling began making anti-transgender remarks publicly, which led many fans to cancel and denounce her. Our Hotspots Queer Entertainment headline of the week, 10 years of new Harry Potter HBO show announced with J.K. Rowling as executive producer. What do you think?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think that, it's been, 10 years since the movies came out. So, I mean, this is all for an entirely new generation of, wizards, that are coming up. And also people who grew up reading the book, watching the movies, who have been to Universal and experienced the wizarding world of Harry Potter. So I think this just brings it to another dimension, and hopefully they can, because I think it's supposed to be every season is one book.
Okay.
So that's a lot of opportunity for them to dive deeper into the stories and elaborate on things that were not explained before in the book or in the movie.
Harry Potter fans?
I'm
around the table?
done. I'm done. I'm not doing anything that she is involved in that makes her money, that allows her to fund the presence of her opinion.
The turf world of hers?
And there has been like 8 freaking movies already. I'm done on multiple levels.
But you're a nerd, were you? Were you really were you into Potter?
I went to Universal. I sat down and
that was the best part about Harry Potter was a Universal.
And I think before she started doing all this, I binged like all 7 or 8 movies together. So
there's 8 movies.
There's 8, but no more.
I'm so sorry. You know what? That's white people shit. I have never been into Harry Potter. Sorry, Cal. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
You and I here.
Okay, elimination, please.
First off, I've never read a book. I never watched any of the movies. Hogwarts, all that crazy. When all that stuff pop up on my social media, I'm like, put that away. What is this? There are so much more great old shows that we could bring back for the new generation that were so inclusive. I've said it before. I want to see a Xena reboot. I want to see a Buffy reboot.
Buffy!
I want to see so much more stuff. But again, I was never Harry Potter. What? Like I never gave that money. And beyond all the political stuff about it, it just never interested me. And I do agree with you. It was some white folks shit. But I mean, I do know that there's some brown folks who got into it.
Yeah, of course.
There's the weird thing about it. Like I am obsessed. I'm a fanatic. I didn't read all the books. I read like 4 of them. I wasn't in the generation of reading it in school. Some of my younger friends were, but I watched
all the movies.
All the movies.
Okay.
I became obsessed. I literally
dress up like one of them for Halloween.
No, but I would get stoned and watch every night. I would fall asleep.
That's where I made a mistake. I didn't drink enough.
Yeah, I would fall asleep to a movie. But it went further than that. They go further into the franchise, and now they have Hogwarts the game. And Chris is obsessed. And in the game, there are my fiance, there are non-binary folks in this game now. So it confuses me because I'm like, J.K. Rowling, are we phobic? Are we not?
Oh, she is.
In the game, they refer you to as they if you'd like. If you don't,
but she has nothing to do with the game.
That's what I don't know. That's what I don't know.
She has nothing to do with the game. I'm telling you, she has nothing to do with the game, but she still gets money off any of the money that's made from these things.
I want you to hear what he said. I had to be stoned and I fell asleep. So how good is any of these movies that he talked about?
It's so good.
That he just tried to push on me. He had to be stoned and he fell asleep.
But let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you why. Because it hits the younger generation, my generation, and the older generation. Because those were reading the book.
He just called me old.
I'm like, you said 50 years ago was not that long ago. Earlier in the
But also the thing is, I mean,
it's not that long. I was 50, but bitch.
and for me, like, I separate J.K. Rowling, entirely, from this entire. But why not?
I know.
Because gays are out there buying Teslas.
Because
gays are out there buying Chick-fil-A, and it's the same thing. So but I understand that. But that's the same thing still happens. But I'm not gonna abandon the whole Harry Potter franchise because of her viewpoints.
So then don't abandon it. And she's an awful person, and you keep putting money in her pocket.
Okay.
You do that.
Give a very unpopular opinion, and I'm sorry.
Really?
What's new? Come on.
They should just put that on a shirt.
I don't feel like J.K. Rowling is anti-trans, and I will tell you why. Let me
She said it.
Just hear me.
She didn't say it.
I mean, listen, everything but say it, John. Everything but say it. Okay.
What she meant was, go ahead. What she meant was.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. Please tell us how she's misunderstood.
What happened was,
I went through her tweets because I am not a Harry Potter fan. I watched Harry Potter for the first time like 2 years ago because I was playing a concert where I had to play like the orchestra while the movie was playing.
I went to that.
So I did that. Okay. Well, you're welcome. So,
No. You're welcome.
so I hear all this stuff about J.K. Rowling, right? So I read all of, most of her tweets and everything, and I see a lot of what she was saying was just kind of like when you're being attacked, how you react back to that. And so I'm seeing, okay, so what does she actually believe about trans people? And she's basically saying that women, biological women, have their own space in addition to trans women being like, trans women should be able to be whatever they want to be, but there is
just
a different
lived.
But there is a different lived experience.
Coming from a woman, you could talk about this.
No,
Go
but
for
a
it.
different lived experience.
As the only woman at the table.
But I understand what
between a trans woman and a biological woman. And I think that a trans woman has so much more in common in many ways with a gay person. As far as, and I'll tell you why. So let me just tell you why first.
Can I have somebody's drink? I'm a relapse right here on TV.
As far as
8 years down the toilet after Trini,
many people who are trans first identify as gay, and we're talking about people 20 years ago or something like that. That they think that they're gay. They are in a sex where people are making fun of them for being too effeminate, and we're talking about trans women, not trans men. Trans women that are being, they're too effeminate. They have a certain messaging with them. When it comes to biological women, they had a different messaging with them, too, about what it is supposed to be, like what a woman is supposed to be. And I feel like there is a difference in upbringing and a difference in trauma as well. And if we can acknowledge that there are 90 genders and counting, like, why can't we at least acknowledge that there is a difference in
let
me land this plane.
Okay, please.
Let me land this plane.
Land his plane.
What you're getting at is that she said women have already had their struggle, right? Women have already gone through so many things, so many events, where now trans women are trying to attach themselves to the same problems that women are having. She says, we've had our own problems. We don't need you in our sports. We don't need you attaching yourselves to our struggle that we fought for when you just got here.
Okay.
Why couldn't
Fight
you
your
say
own
that?
battles.
No, okay. And there is a whole crew of gay men that also feel that we should drop the T from our acronym because we'll get farther without the T.
Which is not Trinidadi.
Now, as a woman, and the only woman at the table, okay, I say women, period. If you identify as a woman, you're a woman and that's it, and we're a part of the same group.
So may I?
Please.
So what I heard you say. And, so I have a little clout over that, so I can say may I. I can't call who I call puta. But so what you said was our siblings identify as gay first. Untrue.
No, I didn't say that.
Some.
You did.
I said that many of them did.
So untrue. because you cannot speak. You cannot even put that in a situation when you don't, and you haven't gone out and talked to. I know several trans women who will tell you, point out the blank. I am a woman and only date men, and I am a straight woman, period, point blank. And so the moment that we start categorizing or putting limits on how they identify as women, it's the same way folks put limits on us and how we can identify as gay, being pansexual, bisexual, whatever. And so to all I'm saying to you is this. The problem becomes when you start putting those hardcore caveats on how you identify and why they can't be women, period, plain blank, is where and you just said that.
That is not what I said.
But he said J.K. Rowling was trying to say that.
J.K. Rowling was trying to say.
What I'm telling you is that's where she went wrong, period. If you didn't say it, that's where she went wrong. Because at the end of the day, if you're gay, period. Not whether or not you only suck dick on Tuesday, but as long as you identify as gay, then you're gay.
But do you not ever see J.K. Rowling's point at all in terms of saying, we went through our struggles.
I get
You're
it.
invading our
and
space.
as a woman, I get the point, but it's not a human thing to say.
Yeah.
All right?
Well,
It is very wrong. Okay? Yes, she could feel that way. And you know what? Yes, we live in the U.S. and you can have your opinion, even if your opinion is fucked up. Okay?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it is. It's just not right.
But simplify.
Okay?
Are
So
you
she's
helping?
she's not.
Does the opinion help or hurt? Does it
that's
something
that
that comes
yeah.
from love, or is it something that comes from trying to hold on to what's mine? I don't need to know every kind of dynamic of the journey to just have a gut reaction to those opinions. No, they're not helping, so I'm not helping her.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
like being a roach and
Fair enough.
advertising for Raid.
Fair enough.
And that's why I don't like. Do you think? All right. So in this generation, we want labels for everything, right? We want 80-something plus genders, right? And then the fact that we can't acknowledge that there are biological differences between biological women and trans women. It is not to say that we can't allow trans women into spaces and be whatever they want to be and support them. But is it transphobic to say that there are differences?
Yes, because you're
between
saying, no, we're not going to
biological
allow
women?
you in. We're women, and we're not going to let you in because you were not born a woman, so you're not a woman.
Let you in
okay?
for what?
My vagina does not make me a woman. My spirit and my soul makes me a woman.
But don't you think that your vagina and all the issues, I mean, I don't know about you personally, but I know a lot of females that have issues with vaginas when we were in middle school and the experiences and certain traumas that happened because of that and because of having that organ and all those hormones as well that biological males don't experience.
So-
I don't think that it is transphobic to say that biological women have a different experience, a lived experience.
Of course they have a
right, and that's
of course
what,
they have a different
and
experience.
that's
if
all
that-
I feel that she
And that's
says,
not,
and-
but it's not all she's saying. That's the
I'm
thing.
not saying that's
She's
all.
got a certain platform that she can use to help or not say shit.
You're her.
Okay,
I agree
and
with
that's
that. I agree
you
with
know,
that she doesn't help.
And so I equated to this because I can only speak from my lived experience. So as a gay man or a person who can be gay, I definitely am very pansexual, but as a gay man, there's situations where I can go to a gay space because the way I look may not be welcomed and loved because I don't meet a certain criteria. Am I not gay? Do my experience not matter? Am I still not welcomed in that space?
Absolutely
So-
not.
Okay, that's what they.
That's not what I'm saying,
No.
though.
But what we're trying to get you to realize is that yes, everybody at this table has very different lived experiences. We all recognize that. But at the end of the day, it's those things that bring us together. And what Faye is trying to say is those people identify as women. So because they live as, experience life as women, we should not say you cannot be all that woman that you want to be because of your body parts. Because that's not fair to them and their
Which is not what
experiences.
I'm saying. All I'm saying is that
It's not
It's a different
transphobic.
experience. Okay,
Women
Ja, I'm
have
tired of you,
certain
Trini. I'm moving on.
experiences.
Ja, you made your point, and I'm really tired
But
of
it's
it.
not
Okay.
transphobic.
All right.
It's
And-
not.
it's not transphobic.
Okay, I think you're
In my
transphobic at this point. All right? Yes,
We can
transphobic
agree to
Trini. I'm going to
disagree.
post it everywhere, all right? So you know I'm
I need
going
some
to post it everywhere.
I need some Bacardi.
Sheesh. And speak.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.